and I have a very interesting news story for you guys today about a pretty dang good game, if I don't say so myself. Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii. This is personally my second favorite Wii game after Super Mario Galaxy 2. That game is just, but Xenoblade's fantastic too, especially for a game system such as the Wii that basically until 2012 lacked RPGs of any kind, and then we got the three Rainfall games, Xenoblade, Last Story, and Pandora's Tower, within the span of I think a year, because Pandora's Tower just came out in March, I believe, and Xenoblade came out in May of last year, so about a year. But anyway, GameStop has been accused of reprinting copies of Xenoblade Chronicles and selling them pre-owned for $89, $80 if you're a PowerUp Rewards member. Now, they're actually advertising this right on their front page of their website as quote-unquote their vintage games, video games line with the tagline, "You asked, we delivered, Xenoblade Chronicles." The game is fantastic and pretty dang expensive on eBay, at least last week it was. The North American copy price was around, I would say, 120 to 130-ish, plus shipping obviously. I got my copy from Europe, which you can hack your way to the exact same version, just with added languages, and they spell color with a U. I got mine for like $80 with shipping, which is pissing me off because I could have gotten an NA version instead. But anyway, people are saying, Kotaku's saying they have an anonymous source that they reprinted the game, took off the shrink wrap, they just didn't throw it on, and are selling it as pre-owned to monopolize on the market. What I also want to mention is that this game was in fact a GameStop exclusive. No other retailer could sell this new, or I think even used. You can only buy it from GameStop or directly from Nintendo's online store. So you were pretty limited, and they had a monopoly on this game. That was rumored to be because GameStop was co-publishing it. I don't know if that's true, it only says Nintendo on it, so I would assume that it was published by Nintendo. But they actually came out with a quote defending their pretty aggressive price point. So here's the quote. GameStop regularly receives feedback from our PowerUp members regarding old titles they would like us to bring back, such as vintage games like Xenoblade Chronicles. GameStop, you need to get your definition of vintage fixed. We were recently able to source a limited number of copies of this title to carry in our stores and online. In fact, we've sourced several more vintage titles that will be hitting stores in the coming months, including the Metroid Prime trilogy. As always, our pricing for these games is competitive and based on current market value, driven by supply and demand. Our Power Pro members receive a 10% discount and earn points on pre-owned purchases. Now, what do I think about this? I'm not raging like a lot of people are. I don't think that they got used copies. People have actually been saying in the comments of the Nintendo Life articles about this that they actually received emails from GameStop because they had bought Xenoblade Chronicles with their PowerUp account, asking if they would like to sell their copy back to GameStop for like $45. So I think what that happened is they got enough people to sell it back, or at least found enough copies, because they pulled it from all their stores. Because I believe it was 2 months ago I asked an employee if they had any copies anywhere, and they said they had no copies at any location. So I think what happened is they found a bunch of copies from the people that bought it originally, and they held on to them for a while because they saw what it cost, and now they're selling them. And the average price on eBay has dropped if you don't want to buy it from the evil corporation, man. The average price on eBay now is about $100 for the NA version, and there aren't many listings for the PAL version, at least not with like a stock photo in Spanish. So, what's my take on this? I think it's great. I probably will end up buying this because I'm probably going to end up selling my PAL edition, even though I'm a little pissed off that this sort of thing happened. I don't think they're reprints, because if I think they were reprints, Nintendo would be involved in this in some way, and I don't think Nintendo would allow them to sell it at this high a price used. I think if they did that, they'd have to sell it new. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do that because they're Nintendo or being like a fanboy or anything, but I do think that if they were manufacturing new copies with Nintendo's consent, they would have to put the shrink wrap and, unused Club Nintendo codes in there. But yeah, so what's your take on this? Will you be picking this game up? I highly advise it personally because I do think the price will go up as soon as GameStop sells through all their stock, which will probably happen, I'm guessing, in the next month or two. But it'll be interesting because if GameStop has stock of this for like 4 months, they might be reproducing copies. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.